Sounds kind of low. Oh, maybe it's just my computer. Okay. Yeah, let me know if you want me to turn that up or anything. Usually you guys can hear everything. You can hear things like in another room or whatever. And there you go. There you go. As soon as I start streaming, there's New York City doing its thing. Got it. Great. 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 Ugh! Anyway, today I'm doing an interview stream. So I don't know what's going on, but I tried a million times to tweet about the stream. So that's why there's not as many people in here right now, and it's really stressing me out. Something's going on with Twitter or something? Let me see. I think some high-profile accounts got hacked today. Obama got hacked. Oh, is that why people were talking about if Trump got hacked, what would you tweet? Okay. A bunch of leftist accounts did, all verified, so they shut down all verified accounts to fix whatever caused it to happen. Russia will be blamed. Okay, so that's annoying. I tweeted on my Lady Alchemy account, which is not verified, and I attempted to tweet on my Martina account, which is verified, and it wouldn't go through, and I was like really freaking out because I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Anyway, let me fix the filter on my face because it looks a little dark. I need some light. I need like a nice light right here. It's getting dark now. I have my hair up, it's wet, I don't care. Anyway, so today we are doing an interview stream with Michael Murphy, and he is, I believe, a comic skater. I'll ask him when he gets on. But yeah, we got comics going on today, and in the intro you saw a little bit of his stuff, and let's get him on. Let me call him. All right, ready for the Skype sounds? Okay, call when you are ready. And I thought that I got my shit together before this, but like there's never enough shit done before a stream. It's really annoying. So basically I'll take the time to chill. Welcome. Oh no, I shouldn't show that. No. Okay, we got. Okay. Yeah, let's do a little bit of shilling. If you guys want to contribute, because this is my job, you can do so. I don't have the links. I gotta set up links on this little TV screen somewhere. You can go to streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV. Link should be in the description as well. Jay, if you can get to that, thank you. Pop that in there. But you can also do super chats direct to PayPal if you like, martinamarkotanyc@gmail.com. And if you cannot contribute financially, that's okay. I still have a thing for you to do. The link is in the description, and hopefully someone will pop that link into the chat, but it is for the maximum competition thing that I'm doing. I know. It's a stupid little competition. Be on the cover of Maxim magazine. I'm basically doing it because I'm blacklisted. They really worked to ruin my career. So it's a big F you to the haters. And yeah, so let's give them a big F you. And I could always use the 25 grand prize money because of all the lost income from losing my career and shit and having to e-beg for $55 a stream. 50 for $50 a stream. And sometimes it's more than that. Thank you guys. Thank you. Just saying. Last stream was 50. It's also a little fun to get a little alchemy action on the cover of a magazine, okay? Why not? Let's get a little weirdness on that mag. We'll wait for this fella. He says, Skype is giving me problems. 1 minute. Sorry. No worries, dude. Like Ender right now. No worries, dude. I'm chillin'. Take your time. I'm chilling with you guys, so it's alright. It's alright. Okay, let's get rid of all this Adobe. Premiere, get the fuck out of here. Photoshop, get the fuck out of here. Don't save any of that. That's saving for later. That's saving for later. Get the fuck out of that. Where are you guys? You guys are right. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Would I ever consider that? What's happening? Would I consider what? Okay. Yeah, guys. Everyone vote for me, please. Keep me in first. We need this for the next 24 hours. Hit that first. Keep that shit for 24 hours. Twitter got hacked big time today. Yeah, that kind of screwed me over today. You keep saying dude. I thought it was the 90s thing. I know. I think ever since I made fun of Ender, it's just like it's in my head. Do you ever do that thing where you like mock something so much that it becomes kind of like second nature to you? And then you're just like, holy shit. Now people probably think that's like the real me. They don't get that it's like an inside joke. I've done that a few times. Like a few little like sassy airhead kind of like valley girl things. And then I realized in public one time when I was like on a subway that I was like doing it, and I noticed him look at me and I was like, oh my god, I'm totally doing that as a joke because it's irony. And then it just like turned into like your real thing that you do. I like this overlay. Thanks. Who the fuck is Tasha? It's irony. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have Mike Murphy on. We'll go over his whole campaign. Don't you worry. As soon as he gets on. Skype is giving me settings problems. Oh, settings problems. I wonder what that's about. But yeah, we'll go over his campaign. What else to talk about until he gets on here? Well, how's everyone going? How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? How are you going? I still have my campaign. You could always check that out. It's also I think, in the description. We got Indiegogo.com, Lady Alchemy, Mutus Liber. Yeah, exactly. Dave Incognito says, the Maxim thing is weird. You were in 4th, and suddenly the lady in 1st was in 4th, and you were in 3rd, and now you're in 1st. Strange days. I know, man. I don't understand these bitches that have this line up there. Doesn't make sense. Are the streets getting crowded yet? Yes. In New York City, they are. I don't know. In Brooklyn, where I am, they are. I mean, not really. I don't have that crowded streets, but I do live by like a main road, so like yeah, you'll hear a ton of noise and fire trucks and like just like bars and shit. So it's pretty crowded. I was pretty surprised because I thought like something was popping off the other day, and I looked out the window and I was like, there is a giant crowd, no one wearing masks outside of a bar. All right, New Yorkers are getting antsy. They want to do stuff. So let me see what you guys are saying. There's a TV in my screen. That's right. Ooh, here we go. Michael Murphy is on the line. Hello, hello. Oh no, I can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Got this.
Okay.
Sorted it. I was just gonna fix our shared screen and have you kind of on the screen with me, even though you don't show your face. We're gonna have a little icon there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm always a little. It's always a little boomery going on over here, but it got.
No, I boomered it all to hell.
Oh yeah, you had some boomer issues too. All right, well. Instead of flipping back and forth, we'll just have this. So it's like 50-50. We're showing you and me at the same time. And then we have also the content screen where I have your campaigns ready to show, I do believe. But
awesome.
basically, yeah, I was prepping them. I was trying to just jibber jabber while I was waiting for you. Talking about all my different things. Don't forget, guys, I'm chilling here, okay? We got streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV, and you got the super chats. Don't forget to do that. I depend on you guys. And if you can't contribute financially, there's the maximum contest. So go vote, go share the vote, whatever. And Mike, I don't know if you're aware, but I tried tweeting out on my Martina profile that has all those followers and it's verified and stuff, and I couldn't tweet. I tried doing it over and over and over and over again, and I was told there's an issue. They shut down like verified accounts because there were some hacks going on. Obama got hacked and stuff. So.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a couple people saying they were having problems today.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. I was like really stressed out. I was like, oh my God, is something happening with my account? But I also, depend on Twitter and stuff to get people in here. But we've got 35 people watching. We'll see what happens. But I just moved this thing around and it changed your screen. Okay. But before you came on, I was like, yeah, we got comics person on Comics Gate. I don't know if you're Comics Gate. Is that your thing?
Very, very much Comicsgate. After all I've been through, yes, I'm Comicsgate.
After all you've been through, you can always share if you like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if anyone's watching who like knows anything about me, like my entry point into Comicsgate was about 2 years ago now, and it all boiled down to like a really bad meeting with IDW. And, my wife and I decided to go full Comicsgate with our company, and shortly after, pretty much all of our friends / family friends kicked us out of their lives. So, yeah, we're in the deep end.
Wow. Wait, who kicked you out?
Specifically about 6 people that we've known anywhere from like 4 to 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. So, yeah, great. Comicsgate, it's happening. And how long have you been doing like comics? You have 2 campaigns out right now at the same time, and it's you, and is it like anyone else involved?
Yeah, so, we have our leftovers campaign for the first printing of Samurai and Dinosaurs, which I think there are 15 copies left now.
Oh, I see. So you are like, what did you say? It's the
It should be under Samurai and Dinosaurs first printing leftovers.
first printing leftovers. Oh, cool. So you did an Indiegogo for the leftover. That's interesting. Yeah, I was gonna overprint some as well and sell them on my website. But that's interesting that you're doing the Indiegogo with
Yeah,
that. Cool.
yeah. I mean, if you've got a website, like that might be the easier way to go. But for us, it would either come down to Indiegogo or eBay, and I think, and like I'd have to reach out to someone like Ethan on this because I know he uses eBay. I
Hmm.
think the fees on Indiegogo are less than they are on eBay.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. And let me see this other one. Hold on. Deepwell, real quick. And then this is like a newer project that you're working on, and you just
Yeah.
got backed, right? You just got fully backed.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're funded and we're down to the last 8 days.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. All right, cool. Which one do you want to go over first?
Let's do a Deepwell if you just pulled it up.
Yeah, yeah. I just pulled that up. I played the video. I don't know if you saw the intro. In the intro, but I don't know if you actually have dialogue or anything in your intro. But
No,
it's just music and
it's
stuff.
just the music score over it. There's no dialogue.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was playing that for the intro. I don't know if you caught that, but it's always super
Yeah,
fun. But tell me about it. So,
you got it. So I'll give you the elevator pitch, and then I'll go into one that's more in depth. The elevator pitch is what happened the day the Lone Ranger rode into Deadwood. The longer pitch is it's the story of the Block family who run Deepwell behind the scenes with an iron grip. They're evil, corrupt, and everyone lives in fear of their power and authority. One day, a masked vigilante, the Grey Devil, rides into town, and it's like adding fire to kerosene. He's dead set on taking down the blocks one by one, and nothing's going to get in his way until the job is done. Deepwell is one part grim family drama, one part vigilante action story, and one part hyperviolent western thriller. It's drawn by Rafael Dantas with full colors by me. The base perk comes in at $15, and like I say, with all of our campaigns, we'd love to have everyone listening come along for the ride. If you're into Deadwood, The Wild Bunch, Unforgiven, Tarantino's westerns, this is the book for you.
cool. Awesome. So it's 32 pages,
hmm
and you created the concept yourself?
Yeah, I developed most of the projects on my own. Selena has feedback, but overall, like she's the other half of the publishing arm. And yeah, like there's input from the artists as far as like character designs and stuff, but usually the stories are all on me.
Awesome. And you color. That's good. That's handy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like my day job is I'm a freelance writer illustrator outside comics, so it's just more of that, but comics related now, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is fun. And you have something here, which is something I should put on my campaign. Actually, it says this book is filled with mature content, is intended for adults only. Oh my god, I should have put that disclaimer. So what's going on in there? Was it like blood and like gruesome, like just adult tales? Is there romance?
All of the above. There's going
Ooh.
to be blood and gore. There's going to be cursing. There's going to be nudity. There's going to be one, possibly two sex scenes. It's very much like, I mean,
Ooh,
yeah, equated to like an HBO show or something like that.
that's awesome, dude. Hell yeah! I'm now
Yeah.
see now I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued. Yeah. Now that you say it like that, yeah, I see some of the blood there, with someone being shot. But that's interesting because you don't see that a lot in these comic books. Like, sure, there's like sexiness and like there can be nudity. Like mine has nudity, but it's not meant to be like there's no like sexy. I mean, it's not a sex scene. It's a performance. It's an act, but it's meant to be like gruesome and it involves like nudity. But
Sure.
and I wanted it to have that real life element, that like adult like you're flipping through and you're kind of like, oh, okay. So
Right,
yeah, like
right.
the HBO element where it's like, yeah, why water it down? It's gonna be for adults. Adults are reading it, and let's make it super fun and entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep most of our stuff like PG-13 up to like the low side of the R rating, but with Deepwell, it's just like I knew during the design phase of it, like there's no way I could water this down and still have it, keep the same impact.
Right.
So yeah, like we just committed to like, no, this is a book for adults.
That's awesome. It actually really intrigues me because,
Cool, thank you.
Oh, this is a cover. Is this a different cover? I should use this one in the intro. I really like it with the raven, and it
Oh
seems a
yeah,
little darker.
yeah. So we just got that in. That's by Preston Acevedo. He on our last campaign, The Gods Fear Me, he did an all pencil alternate cover, and he's returning this time to do the same for Deepwell.
That's awesome. Great. And what's the deal with this guy's the rope around his neck?
Yeah. So okay. So the Gray Devil. Okay. The Gray Devil, without like going into like spoilers and
Right.
his identity and stuff. So basically, something happens 20 plus years ago at the very foundation or formation of the town, like when it was first founded. And this is him coming back 20 plus years later with a new alias to get revenge. And what he's been doing over the past 20 years is he's kind of been building up this persona and he's been building up his skills. And one of the places that he finds sanctuary is the Cemetery of Forgotten Deeds, which you'll learn more about in the
Hmm.
prequel book.
There's that
And
cemetery in there. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And so the Cemetery of Forgotten Deeds is kind of it's a place where heroes and folklore legends go to die and they leave behind a piece of their identity. So
Hmm.
um, all the different aspects of the Grey Devil are kind of comprised of these different legends. So the rope around his neck is from one of the other vigilantes who died at the cemetery.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, I really like that.
Thank you.
This version, this cover, or is this like an extra little bonus thing, or is this part of like the story?
So yeah, like the that's going to be a prequel dime store novel that comes with the swag tier,
Oh, I
and you
see.
can you can also buy it at the $30 level.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's check this out real quick. Yeah, so $15 for a copy. That's pretty good. I think most people are they doing like 25 or something or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and they come in between like 48 and 60 pages.
Right.
Just because we're a smaller studio and we're fully paying the artists out of pocket from the get go, our projects have to come in really lean, and so I figured one of the workarounds is our first installments of all our books could be 32 pages, and then book two for all of them could be bumped up to 48.
Right. Cool. And then you have the Preston alternate cover.
Yep.
That's the black and white one.
Yeah, that's the full pencil cover.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool too. Actually, looking at that. Oh man, you
Yeah,
got these ravens.
Preston's incredible.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's the same price, just an alternate cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're doing a digital and the prequel. So you get the digital book and the prequel together for like $20. Yeah. Oh, let me close this door. Um. Oh my god, it just opened again. Close the door. Um. Yeah, maybe I should open up the digital kind of thing too. I've heard pros and cons about doing that, but then people always ask for it as well. So
Yeah, I don't know. Like I originally when we first launched, we didn't have a digital tier, and I want to say at least 10 people write me asking if I
yeah,
could add it, and I did, and only 3 people have backed it so far. So I don't know how bad they really wanted it.
yeah, that's true. Well, it's a good test run. It's not like you have to print anything extra, so It doesn't hurt, I guess.
Yeah, we did digital with Samurai and Dinosaurs and Gods Fear Me, and they sold okay, but it is what it is. In Comicsgate, the bulk of your sales are going to come from physical.
Right. Yeah, and then you have 2 copies for 25, which is a
Mm-hmm.
great deal. And then you have 2 of the Preston covers for 25, great deal. 1 copy of each cover, $25, great
Right.
deal. Then you have the single copy and prequel mini for $30.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good too. It's 2 books. Support the troops. What's that about?
Yeah, so we've had this running since Samurai with all of our campaigns, and basically what it is 2 copies go to you, and 3 copies go to the U.S. military via Operation Paperback.
What's the Operation Paperback?
It's an organization that, you sign up for it and they put you in touch with different individuals who distribute to bases, and in some cases bases themselves, and, people on the base who take content and distribute it to the soldiers.
That's really awesome. So they're
Yeah.
soldiers are gonna get a book.
Yeah, I mean, once it's sent off, I have no idea ultimately where it's going to go or who it's going to end up with. But yeah, it's ultimately, I don't know, it's helpful. It gives them something to do because we've all heard stories about how so much of the time soldiers is just their job is downtime and just waiting to go.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a really really amazing idea concept. Especially this book, I think they'll really enjoy because, like you said, it's like that HBO kind of thing, adult content, and that's kind of stuff troops want to see. They're
Yeah, exactly.
give them the good stuff. They had Marilyn Monroe singing for them. Let's give them some entertainment, and that's a really
Exactly.
great idea. That's cool. So you'll get 2 copies of the Deepwell, and U.S. military will get 3 copies via Operation Paperback. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I gotta look into that. That's really cool. And then you have, what is this? Drogas Blanco Special.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. So last year there were some people who made a very public exit from Comicsgate, and me and a couple other creators got kind of caught up in the middle of some of that drama and bullshit.
Oh my god. There's never-ending drama in this Comicsgate shit too. Trust me, I have my own drama, and I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna end up hearing about it. The people have heard about it, but they don't even know.
Right.
There's more to come. But yeah, go ahead. The Drogas? Drogas.
Yeah, so it's the White Drug Special. Whoa, that's a weird echo.
Oh, is that how? That's what it is. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. Blanco,
Yeah.
white, drug. Okay, got it.
gotcha. So yeah, it's the ultimate way for people to support the campaign. You're going to be getting everything that comes in the swag bag tier, plus you're going to be getting a proof copy of Deepwell. You'll be getting one of Preston's, and I should list this because I just put up Preston's thing, alternate cover a day or 2 ago. You'll also be getting one of Preston's copies. You're going to be getting an original 11x17 illustration by me and Selena Hernandez, my wife and co-publisher of Chibi Comics.
Nice.
And the big one is, Raphael works digitally, but I convinced him to work by hand. You're going to be getting the final page of Deepwell sent to you by Raphael.
Awesome. Cool. It includes swag, Mike Selena art, and last page. Awesome. Awesome. And you're sold out of the being drawn into the book. Man, people really like that shit. Everyone told me that I should do that.
They dig it, right?
Huh. I gotta make notes. I should make notes for this next time. Hold on.
Yeah, I gave people the option. They could either just be, a member of the town, or they could die a violent death at the hands of the Grey Devil, and so far it looks like it's all going to be violent deaths.
Oh my god, they love that.
Yeah.
I'm just writing it down because I've seen it a few times and then I always forget being drawn. And okay, cool. Something I should look into. Let me just go back up over here and just like really get into the story. So we have, ooh, there we go. Back up here. No gods or lawmen are going to save the innocent. I mean, that's sounds like today, honestly.
It's just facts.
It is. It's up to the devil himself. The Block family, right? Is that how I say it? The Block family founded the town of Deepwell and then tore themselves apart trying to control it. When the Grey Devil arrived, it was like adding fire to kerosene. Deepwell, the caliber of... I should have read this before I went on because then I'm a better reader. This is like cold reading and I'm like terrible at cold reading. Deepwell, the caliber of death follows the exploits of the Block family and the Grey Devil, the mysterious masked vigilante hell-bent on destroying them and their legacy. Raphael Dantas? Is that what I said that right? And Mike Murphy are looking to deliver a 32-page, full-cover, violent Western epic. Violent, I like that you have been there. And we need your help to make it happen, guys. Link is in the description. I put the links in there. This book is filled with mature content. Love it, and is intended for adults only. And I think that in that video that you have, you did the characters. So you have quite a few characters, actually, aside from the hell, what's his name? The Grey Devil?
The Grey Devil.
The Grey Devil himself. You got a few ladies and lads. And
the Block family, there's 6 members of the Block family, and then there's the Grey Devil. So one of the cool things is in the swag bag, people will be getting 7 trading cards of all the character designs. So yeah, it's a pretty big cast. I kind of wanted to like really play up that whole like Shakespearean, family drama thing. Again, like not to beat the HBO drum too much, but one of the influences was definitely some of the again Shakespearean level stuff that was in Game of Thrones, at least up until season 8.
Right. I didn't see all of that, but yeah.
Oh, you're not missing. You're not missing.
But no, that's a good idea. Yeah, really get them into lore. Yeah, people love families getting all roped up into whatever's going on and that drama and the lore. People can really relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, like they're all, the mother and the father, Jacob and Claire, they're lifelong career criminals. And you imagine in a setting like the Old West, all their kids, I mean, they're all just, by the time the kids are of adult age, like it's an entire family of just horrible, horrible people.
Like, what do they do? If you don't, without giving things away.
Yeah, so basically, Claire and Jacob founded the town of Deepwell while they were on a wagon caravan 25 years ago. And this would have been when the 2 siblings were obviously still children. And so basically the town is divided up, and each of them runs a different part of it. Like the eldest son handles all the financial stuff. You've got the bastard of the family, who is the sheriff of the town. Mama Claire runs a plantation out on the outskirts of town. It's it's divvied up between them, and they kind of rule it with an iron grip.
So kind of like the mafia, they're like old school, like Western mafia type of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And you add to the fact that they're all horrible people, and they're all jockeying for more power and positions of authority, and it's just one backstab after another.
All right, cool. And then this Preston drawing, is that also in the cemetery with these crows and the crosses?
Yeah, he the first version was just pretty much going to be, the Grey Devil by himself. And I think he did some reading up on it and figured out some of the cemetery stuff and added that into the illustration.
Cool. And then I figure we'll just go through some of this because we got plenty of time here and get people really into the story. So this is the prologue. The devil shot back.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1846. That night, the town of Deepwell burned. Oh, okay. Round up as many. Am I reading it right from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Round up as many more people as you can find, split them into 2 groups, and head for the hills. Move it. That's one of the guys in the family that's saying that?
Yeah, that's the sheriff. He's the bastard of the family.
Okay. The Block family dug deep into their holes as soon as the chaos begins, just like the rats they were. Protecting a dead man. Anyone catch a glimpse? And then someone got shot. So can you explain to me what's going on here? So the town burned.
Yeah, so what I'm doing from a storytelling standpoint with Deepwell is the book is going to be divided up into chapters, and since it's 32 pages, like some of the chapters are just going to be like 2 to 4 pages. Mm-hmm. But each chapter is going to kind of jump around in time, so it's going to kind of play out like a Nolan or a Tarantino film. So right now, the prologue is right here and now, current day, and then we're going to jump, like a year ago, 25 years ago, back to now.
Cool. I'm just going to switch things so they can see this better. Okay, I think that looks better. Yeah, so this is the 1846.
Right, so this is right now.
What, this one or the 1846 one?
Well, the prologue. The prologue is set in current day.
A year. This son of a bitch has been fucking with us for a year now. Yeah, I can relate. Calm down, Mr. Block. I hired the best men money can buy. What are these? Are these like the onomatopoeia or something? The prack, prack, prack?
Yeah, that's the sound of the gunfire outside.
Right. The shooting stopped. Is he dead? I should do like acting each pages out. That's what I should do. I should start getting
this
comics.
Is just like a radio drama.
Yeah, and then just be like, I can't see. No, wait. What is that? Mr. Block, get back. And then the Gray Devil shows up, and he's come for you, Thomas Block, and he kills one of the Block families?
No,
he's just a random guy.
So that's the enforcer. Like, each of the Blocks have their own private security.
Gotcha. That's a pretty nasty way to go.
Yeah, via Weatherbane.
Cool. All right, and then you got this cemetery of forgotten deeds. That sounds really exciting. Cool. Let me see what they're saying about it. I think someone said that it reminds them of like Red Redemption or something. I don't know these things. I think that's a video game.
Yeah, that was an influence. There's a little bit of Red Dead in there.
Let me see. Oh wait, I'll switch the camera to me so you guys can look at my face while I read your comments. Okay, support the stream. Mike, it's good to see you here. Oh, that's Matthias.
Hey.
I didn't know you guys know each other. Didn't know Matthias was a comic person, unless he's just saying hi to you. Let's see. IDW, damn, they now distribute comics for Marvel.
Yes, they do.
Oh my god, Matthias does know the comic stuff. Okay. Ennio Morricone starts playing. I think that's a Spanish thing.
Yeah. I found for our current trailer, like we found a royalty-free track that was as close to Ennio as we could get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Cool. Yeah, Jay is sharing your Twitter link. Yeah, go ahead, follow Mike as well. Keep up to date. This is a community, guys. Community. So I have a lot of like different followers, viewers. I guess that's what you say on YouTube, and some of them are Comicsgate. Some of them are random people that found me on YouTube. So most of us are artists into the arts, appreciate the arts, but various places. So it's not necessarily the same Comicsgate people over and over
Sure.
again. It's definitely. I think most of us, except for Jay, who's a young boy, are a little bit. We're all adults and like older with jobs and families, and really appreciate the arts and are pretty intellectual and stuff like that. They're good people. So yes, community guys, go follow Mike on Twitter. I love westerns, says Reggie. Are you interested in toys for Deepwell? Maybe Horseman figure, says Ryan McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'd love to be able to get to the point where we're talking action figures.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, for right now, we're just happy to like build our audience and improve financially from project to project. As Malin says, we're on the 5-year plan, and this is year 2. So I think we're doing good so far, and eventually we'll get to the whole toy thing.
That's good. Cool. Ecstasy
Yeah.
of Golding intensifies. I don't really know what that means. Nice
What?
plot. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I had no idea what that meant either.
Nice plot. Smiley face. Oh, well, someone did know what the guy was saying because Eduardo said, I see you're a man of culture as well. I guess I am very uncultured. Okay, yeah, back that project Jay shared. It's like Red Dead Redemption in comic form. Sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Being an illustrator seems like a fun job.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, I'd rather be specifically just focused on comics full time. But yeah, I mean, we've been freelancing for like 10 plus years now, and it pays the bills, and it's it is what we love. But again, like comics are where our heart is.
Yeah. Very interesting. The Man with No Name. I guess that's the Gray Devil, right? Man with No Name.
No, that's Clint Eastwood. It's a trilogy of films he made.
Oh, see, I don't know these things.
It's okay. It's okay.
This shot reminds me of the scene in For a Few Dollars More where Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood are shooting each other's hats.
Yeah. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, see, there you go. The comment. Ooh, what's happening? I need to add the Streamlabs thing to this interview graphic stuff because now I don't know what's happening. Streamlabs. I think someone followed. I think that's a following sound. Yeah, subscribed. It's a subscribe sound. Okay, where am I at?
I see Pablo saying hi. Hey, Pablo.
Ah, yeah, Pablo. Wait. Okay. Operation Paperback is a great name. It's true.
It is, right?
It's quite refreshing to hear Martina speak Spanish. Martina speaks decent Spanish. Really? What was it? What, the Blanco thing?
Right, the Drogas Blanco.
Drogas Blanco. White drugs. It's aight. Really nice. Getting backers featured into the project furthers their interest and ensures their retention. That's a great idea.
Yeah, for sure.
This art is so good. It really is. It looks really, really nice. I actually personally like the halftones you're using.
Yeah, thanks. So while I was coming up with the cover, like what approach I was going to use for the cover, that's kind of where I figured out the whole halftone thing. The family was kind of getting lost in the Grey Devil's jacket / cloak. So, yeah, just at the last second, like I came up with the idea of like putting a sepia tone layer just over them and then color halftoning that. And immediately I was like, okay, well, this is the look for the book. So all the stuff in the background is, color halftoned with the sepia layer, and then all the stuff in the foreground is like full flat colors.
Yeah, I love it. I love a good halftone, and the one where he's getting shot in the head, that it makes it more impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I noticed a few halftones. I think in the video I noticed the halftones. It was pretty cool. All right. People love watching other people's problems. That's why reality shows have been so successful. That's true. The art is great. Reminds me of Sean Gordon Murphy's style.
Oh wow, that's high praise. I'll pass that on to Raphael.
Game of Thrones plus Western. Eduardo's making fun of me for I can relate about being. What was it in that scene? Something he's been bothering him for a year. That's what I said. Sure. I can relate to. The character does have those John Martson vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
Morricone is Italian, Martina. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, listen. Italian and Spanish is very similar. Okay, they're both like really similar. Greatest composer for movies that ever lived and recently died. Oh shit, I should know that. Well, you know what? Something I'm gonna write down. Thank you, Eduardo. See, I love my viewers. They always say something interesting.
Yeah, I think it was about a week now, maybe even less than a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Italian composer. Well, that's interesting. See, I like culture and stuff like that. So, culture, arts and culture. Art looks really good in this book, said Jigga Death, the graphic novel. Hello, publicist, hello. I'm sorry, I'm just reading all the comments. I just figure, like, fuck it, let's see what they're saying.
No, let's get into it. I'm fine.
Ecstasy of Golding is a song by Morricone for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, like, I wasn't hearing. Yes, it is.
You uncultured plebs. Ha ha ha. Okay, Ecstasy of Gold is a song from Sergio Leone's Spaghetti Westerns. The Dollars Trilogy? I don't know what Pablo was talking about. Glad you have Mike on, Martina. I meant to back this when I saw him on another stream, but forgot. Backed it now and looking forward to it. Oh, great.
Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. That makes me happy that we got a backer for him right now. Otherwise, like, I don't know. I'm a people pleaser, you know what I mean? I just want to be like, please, like, I hope you're happy with coming on the stream. So we got one backer, and then, like, I'm happy. That's good.
No, it's all good. I mean, honestly, like, I usually say to, like, you know, whoever, like, has me on, like, I'm just here for the conversation. Like,
aww.
Anything else is, you know, just gravy.
Cute. Okay. Tarantino has a big sense of humor. What's your writing style? Sounds very grim and dark.
I mean, it for the most part, yeah. Like, I don't handle humor all that well, and if there is humor, it tends to be, like, grim and dark. You know, like the whole, like, getting impaled by a weather vane thing.
Yeah. That's your
so,
humor.
Yeah, like, that's kind of where I tap out, and as far as humor goes.
It's funny. Yeah, I'd feel the same way, but sometimes I get told that I have like dry humor, and like I get told I'm funny, and I don't even think like I'm doing it on purpose, but I guess I'm a little funny.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it definitely does have that. Like, it would be a drama. I mean, if you've got like this family drama and like sex and stuff like that, it's definitely drama mixed with like the action western kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Sure. I mean, like, look, there's a few moments of levity, and ultimately there's a redemptive, uplifting story at its core. We're just, and this is a quote from Frank Miller that I use all the time, we're just a little bit harsh about getting there.
Okay. Ennio Morricone also did the theme of The Thing. Oh, okay.
Yes, he did.
The score for TGTBTU is marvelous. I don't know what the fuck all that is. You don't know? Okay.
Yeah, like, I'm bad with what is it, anagrams?
Yeah.
Good. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Oh, I see. Okay. This last soundtrack was for the Hateful Eight, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, his last soundtrack. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay, let's get back to down here. Nice color, congrats. Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish are similar, but they're also very different. Trust me. Oh, okay, Matias. Sounds good. Aren't they like all Romance languages or something? Is that what it is? PlayStation 1 gave €5, I believe that is. Thank you so much. He says, awesome art. Here's 5. Have a good one. Thank you. That's his art, but thank you for the 5. Really means a lot. Oh my god. Now that was so Eduardo's like, I unironically found a PS1 one of these days while cleaning my room. It's funny because that was his name that gave me the money. I recommend you watch the film Once Upon a Time in America. It's also directed by Sergio Leone and has some beautiful music composed by Ennio. It's great. Okay, well, I'll write that down. Thank you, Matias. See, I love you guys. So smart. Always recommend things for me.
Yeah, we got to give you a crash course in Westerns.
Oh, is that what they're all sharing with me? Western stuff?
I think that's what they're doing at this point, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know Westerns, but I should watch some of, what did they mentioned him earlier, the old man. Well, he's an old man now, but he knows Westerns.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, if you're talking Eastwood.
Eastwood, yeah.
So, yeah, like, as a kid, like, Westerns weren't really my thing. Like, I was more of, like, a horror/superhero guy. But when I saw Unforgiven, like, in my late teenage years, like, it kind of, like, flipped something in my head.
Really?
And now I love Westerns.
I'm going to write it down. Unforgiven?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, cool. The only thing I know is, like, Blazing Saddles, but I don't think that counts.
Well, it counts. I love Blazing Saddles.
Okay. Once Upon a Time in America is the one with Charles Bronson. Check out The Outlaw Josie Wells. Okay, cool. I think I caught up with all the comments for now. Hide all the white women. Yeah, so that's cool. I had a fun little Western conversation because of all this. I personally love also the Western costumes, the ladies, the boobs.
Oh yeah.
The outfits.
We got plenty of that in Deepwell.
Ooh. You should show a little page of boobs on here.
Yeah, I think now that we're heading into In Demand, I think the first section I'm gonna have Raphael draw is some boob-heavy pages.
Yeah, I think it might attract like a few more backers, just because there's something for people like different things for different various things. But yeah, you got some pretty ladies in there. So cool. Anything else about Deepwell that you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered all the bases.
Cool. All right, so let's see what you're working with Samurai. Damn, I've been live for like an hour already. Okay. I was gonna get a drink, but
yeah, go for it.
All right, I'll plot this on the screen. I don't want to miss what you say though, because I have to like get into it and figure out what your story is all about.
Well, I can, let me look at the chat, see if there's something I can talk about with them.
Okay, cool.
Favorite Eastwood. Alright, yeah, I got this. Alright, favorite from Eastwood are the Dollar Trilogy and Gran Torino. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. Like, the Dollar Trilogy is amazing, and yeah, I didn't see Gran Torino until like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know if I was like purposely avoiding it, but I ended up checking it out, and I love that movie. I love that in Gran Torino, his son plays this like shitty little gangbanger type, and he just smacks the hell out of him. That cracked me up a lot. What else? Hostiles. I haven't seen Hostiles. That sounds good.
Alright, I'm back. I ran out of my seltzer water, so I'm drinking milk.
Alright, hey.
Drinking milk like a child. Could have opted for water, but
That's all good. Alright, so yeah, Samurai and Dinosaurs. I can cover that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Tell me about it.
Sure. So, Samurai and Dinosaurs was our first campaign, coming over to Comicsgate. And the story focuses on 8 samurai who are dispatched to investigate a downed meteorite on the Japanese countryside. And the closer they get, what they discover is time and space is beginning to break down and fracture all around them. And when they arrive at their destination, they discover a meteorite that's kind of acting like a thorn in time, and dinosaurs are spilling out from the Jurassic era.
There it is. I think that's the shot with the Arr!
Right. Yeah, so this was drawn by Sergio Calvé. It's meant to be a little evocative of somewhere between Lone Wolf and Cub and Usagi Yojimbo, mixed with a bit of like Japanese scroll art. It's very loose and brushy and cartoonish. And yeah, it's 110 pages,
Wow.
black and white with gray wash. And yeah, like we had our initial print run, and at this point, like I said, I think we're down to 15 or 16 copies.
Wow, that's amazing. 116 pages.
Yeah.
It's in black and white, but okay, so this color thing is the cover.
Yeah, by the mighty Kelsey Shannon.
It's a beautiful cover. That's like I think what I first saw when I clicked on one of the links you sent me when I asked about stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like,
right.
That looks really cool. But so you have like the cover that's like a little bit more like hyper realistic. Just it really draws you in. It's just like whoa. And then the 116 pages has that fast and loose storytelling art. Like that in the inside. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's get into it. After a meteorite crashes into the woodland outskirts of a small, feudal Japanese village, an elite group of samurai are dispatched to investigate. Is that what they do? It's like something happens. It's like, okay, samurais, get out there. Go investigate. What they discover is a massive rip in time and space with dinosaurs pouring through it. Now, how did people come up with this shit? Oh my god.
Well, I mean, look, the truth is, how I came up with it was, do you remember, maybe like 8 or 10 years ago now, there was a film called Cowboys and Aliens?
Yeah. I didn't see it, but yeah.
So like Selena and I are driving home after we saw it, and we didn't like it. And the whole drive home, we were doing that thing of like trying to like come up with like the dumbest combination of stuff we could think of. And like at some point, like samurai and dinosaurs came out of my mouth, and we laughed. But then, like we stopped laughing because I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. And like you think of dinosaurs and the meteorite and time travel, and like things just start spilling into your head, and before you know it, you have a story.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Samurai and dinosaurs, you just laugh, and you're like, actually,
yeah,
it's kind of cool. I mean, it's better than Sharknado for sure.
There you go.
I also like things with time and space and ripples and the continuum and shit.
Absolutely.
So it's written by you. So you write as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm primarily a writer these days, like, even in my freelance work, just because as an artist, like, I'm really slow. I can't keep up with any type of realistic deadline that would get some of this stuff out there in a reasonable,
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm mainly focusing on writing. If I could just do it full time, I would.
That's cool. You should work on like some magnum opus that takes you like 10 years, but eventually it's like,
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm thinking about it actually.
Yeah. So it's written by you, art by Sergio Calvé? Calvet?
Calvé, yeah.
Calvé, okay. Cover by Kelsey Shannon. I gotta make sure I know this Kelsey Shannon. It's a really beautiful cover. Let me see. Kelsey. I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Shannon.
Kelsey's the best.
It looks really good. Like those dinosaurs. Like, let me just go back up to it again. Oh my god, wait. Oop, this is the video.
Oop.
Yeah, it was one of the video. Ooh, got some beats at the end there. come on, go away more. I hate that YouTube does that. It, like, interrupts the aesthetic of what's happening here. Alright, whatever. So this was Chibi Comics' first major... Oh, that's your Instagram. I mean, Twitter.
What? Where?
It says this was Chibi Comics' first
major Indiegogo / Comicsgate campaign.
Yeah, but the Chibi... Is that like your company? Chibi Comics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Cool. / Comicsgate campaign in 2019, and this is your last chance to get your first edition copy. Once they're gone, they're gone. All orders will ship in late June.
And yeah, actually, that's we're actually going to start shipping at the end of next week because some of our shipping supplies got delayed.
Word. So there is the featured perk, the swag bag, but okay, there's a little bit more. There's 20 out of 30 claims, so get your swag bag. Let me just make sure that the audience can see what I'm looking at. The perks. I have to adjust the screen. Hold on. All right. I think they can see the perks better now. Ooh. Such a bummer. Okay, the swag bag is $60. That's not bad. And let's see. In addition to Samurai and Dinosaurs and The Cabin, you'll also get a poster of the cover by Kelsey Shannon, a production still, 2 postcards, and new to this edition of the swag bag, a mini print of the cover.
Yep.
Fun stuff. And then there is The Cabin, Nick and Dent. What is that?
Yeah, so The Cabin, what we do with all of our campaigns is we have a mini comic or mini novella prequel that kind of adds more lore. So for Samurai and Dinosaurs, that's The Cabin. And in Samurai and Dinosaurs, there's a part where the group is making its way through I don't want to say haunted forest, but a forest that's been ravaged by these kind of time waves that are rippling out from the comet. And they stumble across a cabin with a dead body in it. And so the cabin fills in who that person is, what happened to them, and basically leads up to, that scene of the group arriving at the cabin.
Very cool. So you get, for $8...
Yeah, because it's, like Nick and Dent. So, we had a couple copies of Samurai that were, nicked and dented, and those sold out. And likewise, we had about, I think, 30 copies that weren't up to snuff. So, yeah, we reduced the price on those a little bit.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, $8, guys. I mean, you can't lose with that. And there's some copies to be had. So go get that. The main cover poster, $10.
Yeah, we're selling those individually because there were some people on the first campaign. They were happy with the cover, but some people out there don't like the fold. So
right.
These are going to come in a mailing tube.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I mean that is a cover worthy image. So a poster worthy image. So
yeah, absolutely.
For customers and collectors who want a flat, pristine poster / print of the cover, this will come shipped in a small mailing tube. No fold, no crease. So what does that mean? Did you guys put posters folded with the package last time or something?
Yeah, so for the swag bag, it came with the poster, and since these have to go out in Gemini mailers, we had to fold it in half to fit in the Gemini.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I did mine poster tubes, but I spent so much money on doing that shit. Oh my god.
Right.
Cool. And you've got some to sell, so that poster's it's beautiful. I could see a movie of this.
Well, thank you.
Okay, the Cabin oversized edition.
Yeah, this was I mean, this is just like purely. So what happened was, I printed up the cabin and all of our swag stuff locally, and outsourced the main book itself to another printer. But I was visiting the printer one night, and I had there's this publisher called TKO, and they make like oversized trade paperbacks.
Mm.
And he saw it, and he was like, "We can print that big." And I was like, "Really?" And so he had the files for the cabin handy, and he printed up I think 100 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was like, okay, well, that's cool. So it basically, I just wanted to see what our stuff that big would look like for like possibly a future campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is just like an experiment. It's a one of a kind thing, and
Yeah.
if anyone really digs the cabin and wanted to see the artwork blown up larger, like, this is for you.
Awesome. Yeah. Hell yeah. So testing out the print size for future projects. TKO. That's interesting. Where are they from?
I don't know where they're based. I want to say they're based in LA, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
They did a book called Sentient, and they did a book that Garth Ennis wrote. I'm blanking on the name of it. But yeah, basically, what I get the sense of is TKO is like a company like testing out stuff for possibly, film or Netflix.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm always interested to see all that stuff. And then you get the swag only, no books. Only $25. It's a good deal. Miss out on the swag items back during our first campaign. Here's your chance to grab them now. And this time we're also including a mini print of Kelsey's cover. Amazing. Amazing. And then you have the book for $30. And remember, it's 116 pages. So $30 for 116 pages. That's crazy. Oh yeah, and look at that cover there. I like that. That looks so cool. It's a really good cover.
And there's 4 left, so.
Oh my god, that's true. 16 out of 20 are claimed, so get that shit. Trade and mini comic for $40, and there's only 2 left. 1 copy of the Samurai and Dinosaur, and 1 copy of the Cabin. I like the title of it, honestly, because it's something that like I have like a bit like of I name things really autistically. Like my cat is named Kitty Cat.
Okay.
It's like I have this like random YouTube account too, and it's like when I went to China, it's well, I'm just gonna switch as I talk because then it's a little awkward. Yeah, when I went to China, I took a bunch of footage, and it's all on YouTube as like man in the middle of the street, or like dude playing a flute in the park,
Sure.
So autistic. So I actually really, really appreciate your title, Samurai and Dinosaurs. That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, what else are you gonna call it? Like, I remember like I was thinking like, should I call it like the Thunder Lizards or something? I'm like, no, it's Samurai and Dinosaurs.
It's you know what? It's perfect. It's really good. I like it. But yeah, 2 left of that. And then you have page 15, original art, which is amazing. $160. So go claim that. I don't have any original art for mine, unfortunately, but I'm thinking about making a big print of a page, and like I am artistic, so like I could actually do some fine arts, draw and paint and stuff, but not like I could do a whole book. But if I make a big print, I could certainly paint over a beautiful page and just make some original art like that.
Sure.
And as like the drawing, like the print as like a sketch, and then make a painting out of it. But yeah, that's really cool. Original art, $160. Ooh, fireworks.
Oh, hey.
Oh, it's like really right outside my window. I can like watch fire. I'm watching fireworks right now as I stream. Wow. I should like turn the camera and show you guys.
Yeah.
I don't think that's legal in New York. Those are like mortars. Police! Call the police! No, I'm kidding. I don't give a shit. Alright, I think they exhausted that.
Sure.
So they got page 48 original art as well. So how did you pick these pages to sell?
Yeah, like Sergio and I sat down and looked over kind of the pages that people were responding to the most during the campaign, and he agreed to send those out to me. There were 6 originally, and there's just these 2 left. And then yeah, like I added some of my original art from the cabin. So yeah, like we got a good mix of stuff there.
Nice. Okay. And then the cabin cover original art. What? So this is 11 by 17 black and white, shipped between 2 thick pieces of cardboard and a sturdy bubble mailer. I love that description. Thank you. It was very thorough.
Hey, people were asking, so.
Okay. Cool. And the cabin, page 3 original art. Man, you got that original art going. So wait, this was drawn like hand, like by hand?
Yeah, by me.
Oh, right. Wow, that's crazy. Where are we at? Character intro pages bundle. What's that?
Yeah, so in the book, like the main book is comprised of like a bunch of flashback segments that kind of give you insight into each of the samurai. And the way we kind of like head into those flashback segments is Sergio worked up these like splash page, like one shots of the characters, and it was meant to. It was, I don't know, like if you're into like like kung fu cinema or anything like that.
I like Kung Fu Hustle, if that counts.
Hey, that's close enough. So, like, the Shaw brothers used to do this thing.
Sorry, just to cut you off. Also, Ip Man or IP Man? Ip Man?
Yeah, Ip Man,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. These brothers?
No, yeah, the Shaw brothers, they ran a studio back in, like, the 70s and 80s, and most of their movies start off with, like, these kind of montage sequences of, like, each character just doing, like, training and showing off their moves, and so these, like, character intros were supposed to be, like, evocative of those.
Cool. Cute.
Yeah.
And it's a bundle, so there's original bundle of 8 character intros from Samurai and Dinosaur. Art by Sergio. 8.5 by 11, black and white. Cool. And then this is sold out 4 out of 4, the Samurai Nick and Dent. What's that?
Yeah, those were just the copies that, like, weren't up to snuff. Like, there's, like a couple dents and, like, some nicks here and there.
Oh, Nick and Dent. I thought those were names.
No.
I thought it's Samurai Nick and Samurai Dent.
Yeah. Samurai Dent's on the case.
All right, so let's get into the story a little bit more, although I really do love that concept. It's really, yeah, I was going to say fun. I mean, you guys laughed when you thought about it, but it's pretty cool. So what did I say? Oh, no, I did read all that. So let's look at the page, though. Make sure you guys can see it. I got to move this content around a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. So, what have you done? The samurai is carrying a lady? Is that
yes.
a lady? Because I think that's how they have their hair, right? When a dog behaves poorly, do you not cast stones at his hides? Does it sting Ren? And then so is he whipping her? Who's getting whipped?
No one's getting whipped. So like what this is like, the truth of Samurai is it's kind of a revenge story masquerading as like this kind of Ray Harryhausen dinosaur story. And the initial, thing that kicks it all off is Ren was a samurai who was under the employ of Daimyo Katai, and the daimyo found out that Ren was in this relationship and that was pulling away from his duties as, top samurai enforcer. And so this is the flashback showing where, daimyo orders her execution and,
Is that a fire going on in the background of that house?
Yeah, their home is being burned to the ground.
Man, that ancient samurai culture is like, I'd kill myself before the enemy gets to me. It's like crazy. Right. Are you into like that culture, or did you just like think of samurai and like dinosaurs and just wanted to roll with it?
No, I really love the Japanese culture. Like Selena and I have talked, like when we're older, we could see ourselves retiring there.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, like I've been a fan my whole life, but the truth is, like at least in entertainment. There's this phrase that Guillermo del Toro says where he's like, I'm a glutton for entertainment, and I'm kind of the same way. Like I kind of like everything.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I studied abroad in China, but it's totally different there. They're crazy.
A little bit, but it's still beautiful.
Yeah, there are places. There are places, but it's interesting. Okay, several mornings pass. And
yeah, these aren't necessarily in
order.
Like they're just from all over the book.
Yeah, I mean 116 pages of them, but no, I do like this page, and it is like kind of like rough, almost like gesture drawing kind of things.
Yeah.
But it's impactful. Like look at this page alone, where it's like you could see this, meadow of trees, and you can see over in the left-hand corner on the up there that they're riding through, and just the way that it's framed looks really lovely. And look at that guy's face. I love it. This little Asian hat. And this page is really cool with the little town with so much detail, and the way that the figures on the horses are. I mean, it's like a silhouette, but they're like whited out, not black.
For sure.
And it's a really cool effect. I mean, is this like kind of style that you normally are familiar with?
Well, I mean, Sergio and I used to work together a lot on a couple different projects, and while his style is kind of consistent, when we agreed to do Samurai together, what I told him is like, look, I want you. It's the stuff that I brought up earlier. Like, I want you to study Japanese brush and ink scroll art. I want you to study Usagi Yojimbo. I want you to study Lone Wolf and Cub. And he kind of came up with this stylized look that's kind of still him, but incorporates all that stuff into it too.
Yeah, I'm wondering if one of the things you're saying is something that I've saved, because I'm not really big into the anime or Japanese kind of art, but there was something I think they were putting up on Adult Swim that was black and white, and it was eerie and weird, and it was just, I loved it, and I was like, oh my god, do you know what I'm talking about? Is that what you're saying? I think maybe the chat knows. Jay, people in my Discord know because I've shared it with them, but it was black and white, and it was really eerie and weird. I'm gonna see if I can find it, but go ahead. What were you saying?
No. What's interesting is I just saw today, I think, that Usagi Yojimbo is being ordered to an animated series, which is cool. But I think that's for Netflix. Yeah, Usagi Yojimbo was it's a long-standing Dark Horse book, and the creator, kind of took all of his love for Japanese culture and his heritage and filtered it into the story. It's about a samurai bunny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here, this is what it kind of reminds me of, if you don't mind me playing this
No,
right
go ahead.
now. Let's see.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's cool.
Yeah, I had no idea that Uzumaki was a thing they were developing. If you get the chance, you should check out like all of Junji Ito's books. He's like a really famous classic horror manga writer artist.
Huh? How do you spell that?
Jungiito, I believe.
All right, cool. All right, you have to watch this scene though. Then it gets like weird, and I love it. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of gave me that feel. So I didn't know when you were saying those Asian words. I was like, is that the thing I'm thinking of? But yeah, I love the black and white and kind of weird, loose style. It can come across really cool. Yeah, and then wait, what's this? This is a page?
Yeah. So that's as they're making their way through the forest, and this is the first big attack where they're confronted by raptors.
Raptors. Yeah, see, look at how that's drawn. It's like interwoven with the like. Are those branches, or is it a rip? Is that the rip?
No, those are the branches.
Nice. Brief excerpt from the cabin. Oh, so this is from the cabin here.
Mm-hmm.
I lost you in the dust and ash. I knew as soon as our hands came apart that you were gone, and I would have to find you. Aww. But I soon wished that I was in hell. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice in the beginning with the shark thing with the girl. Now I see the girl's silhouette there. And you got some halftone action happening in this too.
Yeah, we wanted to feel very very manga.
Cough. So what's happening in this scene with this?
So yeah, basically, without going into like too much spoilery stuff, the cabin focuses on a young couple that get torn apart once the meteorite first hits, and they get separated, and the whole story is both of them are kind of bouncing around throughout time and space trying to find each other.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Trippy. So yeah, that's why in the beginning she's like, I lost you in dust and ash. This big Kradoom, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, and then she knew that she had to find her in the dust and ash, and knew that when their hands came apart, they were gone, and I would have to find you. But as soon as I wished that I was in hell, and there. That's why this like little.
Shine. There's like. I skipped like a page or two between these two, but yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but this like middle panel here, and it has like that glare.
Right, that like flash as she's like being ripped apart to somewhere else.
Right, yeah, that gives it that feel. That's cool. I didn't understand anything that was happening back then, but I realized finding you was going to be more difficult than I thought. Hell yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Let's see what everyone else is saying. So there are these two. There's the samurai and dinosaur, and let me refresh this so I can see the nice. And Deepwell, Western thriller, adult comic. And let me see what they are saying. And I'm gonna switch so I can see my My lovely face. Okay, guys. Oh, shit. I forgot to shill, guys. I am streaming for money, okay, by the way? So, if you guys want to help me out, please go to streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV. Let me find a link. Oh my god, where is it? Okay, there we go. Yes, bitches. People always forget when I do interviews that, like, you send me money, guys. Super chats. And if you can't send any money, you can always help me out by doing some voting for the Maxim competition that I'm doing. I know it's stupid, silly, little stupid Maxim put me on a cover of a magazine competition. But since I lost my career and I'm blacklisted and all that stuff, let's give them a big FU by getting me on the cover of the magazine and recovering some lost income with that $25K prize money. And it doesn't hurt to get a little bit of like some weird alchemy action on the cover of some like basic bitch mag, right? No, well, they're not basic bitches, but you know what I mean. They're just kind of like, oh, I'm sexy. Let's like get like sexy and weird, strange but beautiful. You know what I mean? Let's get that on the cover. And one of us, you know, like us, our people. What do you mean us? Okay, what are they saying? I love those games. I don't know what games you're talking about. Martina, you would like Samurai Jack, I reckon. It's very artsy. I love that. I love that that's what people think about me. They're just like, you like the artsy stuff. Yeah, I would, actually. I'll look into it. Thanks. The art style of this comic about the dinosaur and samurai, samurai and dinosaur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The art style of this comic reminds me of the Okami games, Capcom, made for PS2. Oh God, Jay, you're talking nerd.
Hey, I can go toe to toe with him on nerd stuff. So, thank you. Yeah. I don't know that was a conscious influence, but like, you know, as far as the whole like painterly brushwork stuff, yeah, that was a part of it.
Nice. All right, we got Dave Incognito gave $5. Thank you so much. He said, I sent Maxim enough money for votes. I suppose I could toss you a few dollars too. Oh my God, Dave Incognito. Thank you so much. You know, it really like breaks my heart because I'm probably not going to win this competition. And then all those people that are, their money is going to end up going to the damn winner and instead of me. So I feel like heartbroken, but at the same time, it's like, I want to try. Let's try to do this competition. Fuck, what if I win? I don't know. Maybe that'd be cool.
You can do it.
Let's try. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone helping me out. I'm in first. Let's keep it in first right now. I got one more day left. Would be cool to offer Martina Maxim covers as bonus tiers. Just go buy 100 of them. That's a good idea. If I get that cover, let's do it. You're missing the funny Twitter hacks. Yeah, I didn't realize that was happening until I was trying to stream and trying to tweet the link out, and it just refused to let me tweet, and I was really pissed off. I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Us, the Lady Alchemy community. I meant us nerds, but you know, when like people of different races and stuff be like, what do you mean they? It's like us. Oh yeah, does Martina know that the blue check marks can't tweet at the moment? I didn't. I was freaking out when I was trying to tweet the stream out. Luckily you guys are in here. Love you guys. And luckily I have another Twitter account that's not verified. So double did it. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh my God, my Brazilian football team hired a Japanese star, and I joke with my friends that he will do well in the club, because if he doesn't give his all, he's going to commit seppuku, the suicide. Yeah. It's funny. His little Asian hat. Jay is always laughing at some of my remarks. Thinks it's funny. What did I say one time, Jay? I said like, looks too Asian for me or something. I don't know. I said that once. He was like laughing his ass off. No, that's not what they think. It's death before dishonor. Okay, yeah. Thank you for correcting me. I didn't mean to do everything the best you can. Okay, that's what I meant about the suicide thing. Thank you for correcting me. All right, yeah. I don't know. You want? What else is going on with you? Let's see what we have. I don't know. We've been on for like an hour and 36 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, not too much. I mean, like we covered all the bases. Yeah, like this was good. Thank you.
yeah, cool. Fun. Yeah, anytime. I'm sorry about like fucking you over that last time. I'm not usually
Oh
that
no,
terrible with scheduling.
no, it wasn't fucking over. It's fine.
I thought it was Death Before Disco. Oh my god.
For me, it is.
That's true. Fuck disco. Yeah, I don't know. So tell me about yourself. How'd you get involved in comics?
Well, I mean, comics has kind of been a lifelong thing for me, and yeah, went to the American Academy of Art in Chicago, which is where Alex Ross and the Mortal Kombat guys and the guy that does the illustrations for Coca-Cola, like they all came from there.
Damn. Oh.
So yeah, like went there and met some friends, tried starting a company, that all came crashing down. Met Selena, and yeah, like I think about 6, 7, 8 months into our relationship, I was just like, hey, do you want to move out to the West Coast to make comics? And we've been doing that ever since.
Nice. So, have you done the samurai one? Was that your first project?
Yeah, so basically, like this was like 10 plus years ago. Like it had to be that thing of like we could only do it when like we were young and stupid. We moved out to Portland and we had this thing of like we're gonna take over the world and we're just gonna be like, hey, we're here, and everyone's gonna start like hiring us, and yeah, like we very quickly learned that's not how comics or anything really works.
Wow.
So like we spent the better part of 10 years like kind of on the outskirts, like doing lettering and color flats and sending in submissions and pitches. And the bulk of our income, as it is now, started coming from work outside comics. Like working for greeting card companies, private clients. I've done I've written manuscripts for like cell phone games for China.
Oh my god.
Just basically anything and everything. And like I said at the start, we had that meeting with IDW, and it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, when we got into the office and he shut the door after giving us this like lavish tour of the office space and all the like priceless art all over the walls, we sit down and the dude's like, yeah, so none of us are doing this to get rich. And like at that point, like I had been indoctrinated, and I was like, well, yeah, of course none of us are doing this to get rich. But like on the drive home, I snapped out of it, and I was like, wait, I'm fucking doing this to get rich. Like, I no. And so we get home, and like Selena and Clark, yeah, our son, they're napping on the couch next to me, and I'm watching like one of Ethan's early streams. And it was just that moment of like, what are you doing? Like, you're trying to get into a party that doesn't want you in, and meanwhile, like, all of these cool people are over here actually doing what they enjoy, and there's an audience and customers that are being reciprocal and into it. And yeah, like it was pretty much like within a week that we just kind of jumped into the deep end.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah. There's got to be a good mix of doing what you like and being able to survive and make money doing it. So
Yeah, of course,
find
of
that
course.
sweet spot. Um, buddy, I never know how to say your name, but hey, how's it going? He just joined. Well, we're wrapping up here, so you should check out the stream as a rerun. And we had a good time with Michael Murphy. You can check him out on Twitter. And the 2 campaigns are in the description. So we were going over, and they look really cool, man. It's awesome. Samurai and Dinosaur. So something's going on, and they send the samurais over to check it out, and there's like a ripple, right? Is that how? What ripple?
Yeah, it's like a tear in time and space.
Tear. That's what it is. There's a tear in time and space, and dinosaurs come out, and they're fighting the dinosaurs. Can you tell me any little bit more about like what else is involved in this one? It's 116 pages, so.
Sure. It's for the most part it's a road movie. It's the journey to the meteorite.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, at its core, it's a revenge story because there's the history that the daimyo, basically the head of the city, has with Ren, our main character, and all these other characters kind of like filter into it, and you find out that there are some connections here and there that you weren't anticipating. Each of the samurai are kind of unique in their own right. You've got the book smart guy, you've got a chef, you've got everybody loves Tetsubun Dorgan, who's a guy. He's made a dragon mech suit for himself out of iron and bamboo.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and then there's the Deepwell, which is, well, the Samurai and Dinosaur is the first comic that they've done. Is their first printing leftovers. So there's some leftovers to give away. This is the last chance to get any of the first edition of this. So they're getting rid of it. Get it while you can. And then there's Deepwell, the one that they're working on currently, and that looks really fun. It's for adults. It's adult content. It's
very much so.
Ooh, I love that. Very much so. And then you follow around this family, the Block family, as they're a bit corrupt, kind of like some Western mafia, doing some corrupt stuff. And then you have the Gray Devil comes to town and kind of, I don't know, either makes things better or makes it even crazier. Like he says, it's like kerosene on a fire. Shit's just getting even crazier with the Gray Devil in town. So that seems fun. There's a lot of family drama. Like you said, it's like an HBO thing. It's like adult content, it's, family, and you go through, their lore.
Absolutely, and you'll know who the Gray Devil is by the end of book 1.
Really?
And the prequel novel sets up a lot of what it took to get him to the point that he could, take on the Blocks head on.
Cool. Okay. Wait, and which one's the prequel? Is it this one?
Yeah, the Gray Devil and the Cemetery of Forgotten Deeds.
Cool. Awesome. So get your copies now. And yeah, let me see. We have Matthias says, "Hey Mike, do you know Norman Rockwell's art? He was Alex Ross's influence, and I think he was the one who made those illustrations for Coca-Cola."
Yeah, Norman Rockwell's incredible.
Yeah, I've actually met his son or something one time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was in high school. I'm from New York, so obviously we'd go to all the major art museums in New York City, and so there was some exhibit going on with his son doing some weird thing. He was doing some more avant-garde contemporary art, so it was no Rockwell art of his father or grandfather, whoever the hell it was. But yeah, I love Norman Rockwell. I actually did a replica of his thing when I was 15, and it looks really good. I should share it with you guys. Let's see. any other comments? Hail Mark, Hail Martina, by Zaid Comics. Hey Zaid. You should check out the beginning of the stream.
Hey, Phil.
Martina, are you going to be on Heel and Babyface's channel soon? Yes, I am, actually. Let me look at my calendar. I believe on the 19th. Sunday the 19th. I'm also doing something later tonight. Let me see. Who am I going on with later tonight? Let me check my schedule. Having the two different Twitter accounts gets confusing sometimes. Okay, Michael Bancroft. You guys know him?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think he's in Australia or something, or he's in some other country, so it's late.
Yeah, he's in Australia.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'll be doing that a little bit later, so when I get off, I might have an hour break, and you guys should check out the Michael Bancroft. Let me put a link to you guys here.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah? Alright, cool.
You'll have fun.
Yeah, that's literally what he said in the GM. He's like, it'll be a fun stream, I could tell. Yeah, so I'll do Heel and Babyface on Sunday. Yeah, getting those streams. Ooh, getting that stream action happening. Let me see what else. Nice interview. Nice to meet you both. Oh, thank you, Stefani. You should check out the streams. I do various different things. I think people really enjoy the art history streams that we do. We go over literally the Princeton textbook for art history. But I think we make it kind of fun. Art history is really interesting. And we always learn stuff. Learn new vocabulary words. Learn new things. Art history is such an amazing topic too, because it's not just like, no, let's look at the art and interpret the art. It's history, but using like architecture and sculptures and in paintings later on in Renaissance to show like what was going on at the time. This is before photography, you know. This is before there were things that we could get, like history books and stuff, so it really paints the picture of what was going on at the times, and it's really, you see the importance of art in history and in culture, you know, like we don't have much going on in the past for, like to go off on the past, but we have art. I mean, ever since caveman times, and we went over that, there was art and there was a purpose for art, and that's like some of the lasting things of civilizations that we have. It's super important stuff, and like trying to understand why they made that artwork and what was the purpose of it and what were they thinking and what was like the motivations and did they value at the time, and it's just really cool. So yeah, we do art history streams, and then I also do etiquette streams. So read about through the book of Emily Post. She's the leading author on etiquette, American etiquette. The book was published in 1922, and it's some interesting things in there. I think etiquette is really important. People on both left and right kind of don't appreciate it. On the left, they think people think that it's like this snooty, I'm above you, like etiquette kind of thing, but that's not what it's about. It's about respect for others. It's learning how to maneuver in social intercourse, is what they say. And there's also a lot of fun vocabulary words, because you have to remember this book was published in 1922, and Emily Post is like basically she's a Victorian. She remembers when it was like the 1800s. So a lot of like old school kind of stuff and vocabulary is in there, and it's kind of really fun to just go through it and check it out and see how things have changed. Art is the main ingredient for culture, and it's one of the most human part of history. That's true.
I agree.
I'm gonna try to crash the Braincroft stream. Cool. All right, well, that's that. I don't know if you want to say anything else, Michael Murphy. This is your stream. It's all for you.
I mean, yeah, like, follow me on Twitter at chibi_Mike. You can also follow me on YouTube at the Chibi Mike, all one word. I do a show on Sundays called CG One-on-One, where I sit down with another Comicsgate creator, and we just kind of have a conversation that goes wherever it goes. It's formatted kind of like what Rogan does with his show. And
Awesome.
yeah, like I don't know who I'm having on this Sunday, but there will be a show, so come hang out.
Awesome. What time are you doing it Sunday?
I usually aim for 5 Eastern.
Okay, cool. Sunday, 5 Eastern. Just want to make sure. I'm doing heels on Sunday too. I gotta check out what time. All right, I'm gonna put my outro on, but if you guys want to do some Streamlab donations or super chats during the outro, that'd be great. Thank you. All right.
Later.
Bye. Wait, let me find the outro. Awkward. Okay. Bye, guys.
There's